So here we are, guys. We are on the first round. It's going to be a knife round to start off with. Knives in middle.
Yep. I think it's going to be really pivotal to find out how this really goes down. Obviously, I was always saying that CT was a little bit more favoured, but obviously you kind of made the point about the actual bomb site there, so I'm quite, I want to see how this one pans out.
It's going to be a bit more even than it has been in the previous versions of CS, but I think people are still going to want to go for the same side on like wanting to take CT first.
Yeah. Well, I think it's not only how much the map favours it, but obviously you've got the time on your side. You've very much got the other players coming to you, so you can sit back, relax, and wait for your moment to kind of shine. So
GYRO are kind of dominating now. We're going to a 1v1, and then VYE pick it up with Fearless taking them on. Now, they're saying CT stay. So what do they want? Okay, I think they seem to be wanting to stay. We'll stick with that.
They're going to stay CT.
So that's quite interesting. When we said they might go for the CT, everyone wants to stay.
I think just from habit alone, you obviously, I think it's very much, you feel more comfortable in the CT side, you feel as though you've got that advantage, and if you get those early kind of pistol rounds, you'll be feeling a lot more comfortable. So yeah, this is just going to be fun, as I said, and see how this one goes down, and we'll be going live into the first round of the second round of the Get Up and Go Cup. It's
going to be interesting to see where the GYRO team start heading off. They've kind of split off in all directions here. Looks like very much a split tactic. They're going to be looking for the early picks on the CT side, who are probably going to be staying quite defensive. We've got Millen poking Ali as 2 push down. He's about to throw his grenade in. He flashed them out. Oh, a great flash. Whip takes out the first member of GYRO. It's all going on the outside of the bottom site there. VYE shutting this down.
Wow, Millen doing an absolutely stellar job.
Now, when you saw Millen holding that alley there as 3 of them pushed him, he took it so calmly.
Yeah, cool, calm and collected, like I said, and I'm really kind of nice to see that. And well, you can see that the bomb train has been moved. They're even confused by this, and obviously they've been thrown off because they were the 1.6
Oh yes, and that's exactly what I said.
It has kind of thrown a little bit of doubt within the GYRO side now, so they've got to adapt. But you can see a nice little quick mid.
Very aggressive from the CT side. Millen gets 1.
Wow, and VYE
complete domination. One member of the terrorist team left. Is he going to go try and get a bomb plant down? Let's go find out where he is. It's Westy. He's heading around. He's kind of managed to get himself all the way around and gets picked off by Fearless, who jumps back into the CT spawn. Well, VYE just went for an aggressive attack then. They were looking at shutting it down.
Indeed, and well, VYE looking extremely comfortable on the CT side and even being aggressive, which I like to see. It's nice to see the defensive side being really happy to push and be in their faces, and well, they've got to be doing well from the monetary side as well, so they've got a nice bit of bank going on, and maybe the T side are going to have to switch something up because it's not really working, so they're going for the outside push again, really utilising the map, but they're going to be met with some resistance quite early on. Zesty pushing out, picks up the first, can he get a second? Oh, Millen attempting the combination there, dropping them down, mopping up by Millen. Now T looking very rusty.
Now people are saying about the stream not being delayed. It is delayed a little bit. I've just checked on again watching it now, so we have got I guess a 10-second delay or so. Now Millen is desperately looking for that last kill, and he does it.
Finds it.
6-0 just in the first 2 rounds. Millen showing his worth already in this game, and he's gone with an AWP.
See, that's my boy. I told you. I was like, Sam Millen, he's going to be the main man here. He's going to show him what for, and he's doing just that.
I still have faith in my 1.6 buddies.
They might bring it up, who knows. But yeah, they can moan about delay and things like that, but at the end of the day, so far, it's been such a whitewash from the VYE side, I don't think they can say much. We can see going through those white halls there, trying to use this B site instead. Very slow play. Might use pop, trying to split them up a bit, but it's a little different set of cards coming out from the GYRO side, trying to mix things up, it seems.
Now Nade just did some serious damage on Tubby and Dave K there into the lower side.
Yeah, so I think the CT side now know where they are. Fearless waiting to receive by that CT ramp by spawn.
And looking to do a pop up to right where the terrorists are. He's flashed and he's thrown the Molotov down. Not managed to hit any of the players. Tubby with that bomb will be focusing where he's want to go. They are just kind of hovering around the inside at the moment.
Yeah, waiting for someone to make the mistake, but Fearless does spot one on that upper catwalk area. Can't land the shot though with the AWP. He's really missing an opportunity. Whip does take down one, but quickly avenged.
Fearless is there trying to pick them off. He's got 1 kill. He can't seem to hit them shots. The AWP seems... Oh wow, Dandy's shutting him down.
Oh
wow. Now it was a good effort from the terrorist side there, but they just seem to leave it too long.
Yeah, it was. They took their time initially, which was okay. They got onto the site, but then actually doing something with it took too long. And it allowed the CT to rotate comfortably, didn't put the pressure on later round. And well, it's another round on the board for the CT side. 4-0 is your scoreline, folks.
See, they should have taken some advice from what we saw on the games on Dust 2 of like the faking, because the faking works so well on that B site for Dust 2.
Yep. Yeah, it's just pulling the rotator in and keeping people out.
And they're going straight in for a rush into lower. They're hoping to get this bomb plant down because they're going to want the money for the next round. No one's been picked. Oh, Millen gets off Dave K. The bomb's about to go down by Danji. Westy's kind of pushing around, hovering around the back. That bomb's still not down. Oh wow. VYE shut it. Wow. Well, VYE are taking no prisoners. They're not messing around at all. It's 5-0 already. And we've got Millen on 9-0 with 3 assists. Your boy is picking it up and slamming it down. You were completely right there.
Well, that B site then, you know, they literally, Millen had complete freedom there to peek without AWP as much as he wanted, just utilising the site as best he could, and then absolutely annihilating the T side. So maybe they got something different to pull out this round on the T side, using outside again. With
the terrorists being on eco that round as well, they could not get into a good range to be able to take on Millen. Exactly. And Millen again on Ali here.
Drops out that flash, hoping to find it.
And will he pull off an awesome shot here on a small angle?
GYRO seeming to try and rotate now at least. They're trying to use the map better now, going, you know, pulling them out towards that outside area.
Millen definitely tagged Tatsumaki. He's on 6 HP after being hit with that AWP.
Heavily tagged up. Now on the rotate they go to the CT side, now seeming aware that they're not going to be going for that A site. They might be using those white walls in the halls there, and they are doing just that. So the bomb is making its way right round to B. Sticking around by Pop though. Tubby does lay down some fire, I think, but not really utilising the site yet. They haven't quite put their cards on the table.
And it is so slow here.
Yep, and there we go. Whip does find one, and a second through Pop there, taking down Westy and Tats.
And on 27 HP he did that.
Insane play. Millen with a nice jump shot and that. Oh, wow. What a connection there he got. Now leaving only 2 people standing. Danji under pressure there by popping that ladder.
Tubby takes 1 down. 2.
He does take him. Oh!
And that's from the outside.
Re-rotation.
Eventually gets taken down by the grenade. Now Danji here, he's away from his teammates. He's on the inside. Not really much he can do in this kind of situation. It's 3v1 and he is far away from the bomb.
7 seconds too. Yeah, he left that too late. Yeah, they're trying to find an almost weakness to the CT side, and they just kind of found a brick wall of, you know, the likes of Whip and Millen, just dropping them down as they tried to peek. Obviously, I think, was it Tubby who picked up a 2-man that round?
Yeah, no, he did. He came outside to pick up 2, nearly got the 3rd, but was shut down by a grenade. And what I was about to say then was interesting, is Whip had 3 grenades thrown that round, and they've taken that over from Source, which wasn't in 1.6, where you can pick up grenades of other dead players and use it to your advantage, which is a very good thing to see. That's one of the points I loved of CS Source, but we never had it in 1.6. Oh, Millen onto a 6 shot onto Dave K with the AWP. 2 down! And there's 1 more there. Will he go for the 3rd? Oh, and he gets shut down by Danji with their AWP, but Millen's done the damage already. It's 2v4 and GYRO just being thrown about, really.
Yeah, literally like a ragdoll against the wall, just absolutely put in their place. And now 1 left standing. It's all on Danji.
Oh, and he gets knifed by Zesty.
Oh, that is upsetting. That is
now Millen, 13 for 1, carrying the way for his team. His AWP shots were, wow, on point. We were watching the games on Dust 2 just before this, and there was no AWP shooting even close to what standard Millen was showing there. We were seeing multiple misses. And Danji, okay, managed to shut him down eventually, but it was way too late. Then the damage, the damage was done, and Millen had it on lockdown. Now we see kind of an aggressive play from Shig here coming up on the CT side. Joel, Westy.
Westy really shutting down Zesty's early aggressive push, but now here we go, right into the eyes of Fearless. He does connect the AWP shot onto Danchi there, and now once again VYE looking so strong early round.
Now the bomb's up on Dave K, and they're both on the inside side. Oh, he's picked up from behind by Whip, and Shig shuts down Tubby. GYRO need to really step up, they need to change what they're doing. I know he said about this possibly not being a CT side again, but from what VYE is saying, they're showing it that it could possibly be one. It could be VYE's just domination of the GYRO team, but we'll have to wait and see when they switch over to the next half.
Yep. See, I was questioning how much of a team VYE are, but they're really playing as a collective right now. They're utilising the rotates and knocking them down. But
Danji takes that whip early on. Oh, Fearless shutting it down on the inside. Shig with 2 more. Dave K and Westy down. And he's going to continue to push. They're going to go hunting for Danji. They do not want him to hold on to that weapon. Danji's trying to hold the inside site there. He's quite back on the terrorist point. He just let a player walk by him. Takes down one. Takes down two. Wow.
Danji, what a shot.
Now Danji is trying to make maybe the most epic comeback we've seen in CSGO so far. Now if we look where the other two players are, they both kind of have an idea where Danji is anyway.
Very much where he is. Dangerous nevertheless.
Now Milan has the AWP in hand as well. Oh, he misses the first shot. That was a big miss we've seen from Milan. We haven't seen many misses from him.
And he's got to be kicking himself for that one.
Now they predicting so well, and Milan hits it perfectly.
Did not allow that second shot to go behind.
He wasn't going to allow us to see him miss. He had to go finish that one off. Now we're 9-0 here. There's complete domination by VYE. What do you think GYRO can do to really change this around? Maybe try to take it to a 9-6 or something a bit better.
Honestly, looking at them, I just don't feel as though they're playing like a collective. They seem very scattered, very disjointed, and the CT play coming out from obviously the VYE side has really put them in their place. But we can see Danji going on the aggressive towards mid. It does get one. Wow. No, he doesn't. Whip denying that frag with that M4. So yeah, once again, very disjointed play there.
Now I can't help but keep focusing on Milan to see if he's going to get some epic AWP shots off here.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty clever call.
And Fearless has picked up the AWP as well, yeah. And I believe he got that one through smoke.
Oh,
There's
wow.
3 AWPs, proven to be such a powerful weapon still in CSGO. Whip finishing off Dave K from the lower rounds. Yeah, continued domination from VYE. Now this is looking very one-sided, but as always there is the next half. And if GYRO can somehow pull it back together. But as you said, it does seem like it's a team versus a group of friends playing more so at the moment from the GYRO lot.
Yeah, it does, and it's a shame. They seem, they have great moments. Like they'll get a couple of frags, but you can see how drilled in this is. Whip lays down that early Molotov, does get to spot 3 players towards mid, finds one, can't get a second, but he does get a second actually onto Dave there.
And that was a fast outside, probably the fastest round we've seen so far. Milan's at the back there trying to pick them off with his AWP. He heard some sound from behind. He's picked off by Tubby, who's then shut down by Shig from the far back. Now, when you get in situations like that, these splitting up they seem to be doing, they need to kind of, GYRO need to attack together rather than all one at a time, because they're just getting picked off by the sheer numbers and the teamwork from VYE.
And even if they don't completely focus the same way, but you've got to go at the same time. You've got to split that CT side up. You've got to put the pressure on at different points so they can't completely focus towards the majority of your team, which is exactly is what's happening right now. GYRO once again trying out a little bit of a slower play, 2 towards this outside area, Bomb waiting with them, and now Tubby finds
Milan
the shot.
again.
Oh, literally just catching a shot straight from Milan's AWP there. Dave does seem to have some sort of teeth and sort of power towards mid though. He's got himself in the right position. Shig nevertheless does find Weston with the M4. Now Danji on the push, only to be met by the nade from Milan. Just waiting around the
Milan
corner.
again.
What a connection of a shot. Milan not allowing any shot to miss so far. The man is absolutely on fire. 16-2. I don't think anyone can question him right now. He's decimating the T side.
Yeah, and with the highest ranking person is 5 for 12 on the terrorist side. It doesn't show much for GYRO in terms of their ability to fight back at the moment. Now it would be interesting to afterwards to ask the players if they still think it's very CT sided, having played the map, but we'll have to wait and see till the next half.
Yeah, exactly that. It's very much
Danji gets taken down by the Molotov grade early on from lower B. They are making the fight onto the inside site, but there's only all 4 of them are there now.
Maybe this will work
out. Oh wow, great nade from Shig.
Yeah.
Zesty's pushing behind him. I'm not sure if they know he's there yet, but he's... Oh wow, 1 bullet deagle headshot after throwing down that grenade onto Dave K. And Zesty just clears up the final man. Yeah, it's just great teamwork you're seeing here. I think the communication from VYE is the best we've seen out of the couple of games we've watched.
Definitely, and you see them rounding them up. Even normally we see it more on the T side where they'll split and then kind of round up the remaining players. We're seeing it from CT on this map, which is very rare, and it's something to be impressed by.
You can see the calls coming in. They're moving instantly, but always making sure they've got 1 man at the back or someone to cover their asses, so to speak.
Zesty there did fluff up the nade, looking towards that outside.
Fearless pushes the inside. Oh wow, that P90 now got his AK out.
See how how overpowered that is. Destiny Ellis does find a headshot onto Tattoo as well, leaving only 2 remaining for the T side. There we go.
Oh, Millen again with that D. Now there's only 1 round left in this. Yeah, this is 14-0. Such a fast game compared to our last game.
Yeah.
They've got to be shouting and screaming and not very happy at all coming into the final round of this. Do you see any way of them pulling it back? It's possible. I'm sure we've seen 15-15s before, but in a game where VYE is playing so well, it's going to be pretty hard for GYRO.
Yeah, I literally think it is that moment. It's not even the lack of guns that are really hindering them. It's just everything else is not working. Millen now peaks 1, does get a shot on Tattoo, can't find the second. He has retreated, but look here on top. There's 2 players waiting to be absolutely decimated by Shig, who does find the first. But look how dominant VYE are right now. And
Shig keeps pushing that lower tunnels to B, and he is always every time they can't seem to stop him. He takes down Danji. And Toby, who should have got him from before. Shig left on 12 HP, and that is the first half open. This is pretty awful for GYRO. I don't know what else to say really, apart from VYE just totally outplaying them.
Yeah, Danji, excellent half, chaps. He clearly not enjoying it there. Don't worry, guys. Clearly a CT map coming out from Westy, keeping their spirits up, and on 3 to 15, he's got to be trying something. But yeah, as a 1.6 players, they're probably really finding it hard to adjust. This is very much a new kind of base game. It's very hard to come across. It's not as simple as people think. But we are going to the second half now, so we'll be seeing the VYE side on the attacking, aggressive T side, with GYRO waiting to receive on the counter-terrorist.
And that's going to be really interesting to see how well VYE work together on this, and maybe GYRO being that sort of team that's not well rounded together, they might be able to just do some crazy tactics in positions where they'll pick off VYE real easily. But with aim coming from like Millen and Shig, like we saw from last round, and Fearless as well, they're all making their way down to the alleyway here. All 5 members of VYE. Danji gets the first shot onto Whip, but Millen just dominating again.
Millen, the man of the moment, I think is all we can say right now. Tubby's under severe pressure in the spawn.
Millen again.
The man can't be stopped.
Millen goes for 4 for 0 on the first map there.
53%,
and that is it. GG, 16-0 to VYE. Insane game. GYRO they couldn't really do anything. What were your thoughts on that game there, Lauren?
I just don't think they could handle the likes of Millen, if I'm honest. The man was an absolute monster. He got the freedom to do what he wanted, and I don't think that, well, obviously the GYRO side locked them down at all. He seemed very disjointed, and, well, it just showed how powerful, a team can be when they play together.